Do you like to bet? Most people who play golf like to bet, even if it's just with their buddies, a little $2 Nassau, $5 here, $5 there, $20 maybe at the end. But hey, it's big time betting now in golf. There are all kinds of places that you can actually place your bets. So we're going to talk about betting in golf, and it's the PGA at Aronimink. We're going to talk about who is the favorites. We're going to try to help you make a little money with Bob's best picks. We said it's at Aronimink outside Philadelphia. How's that look? That's my 250th anniversary U.S. celebration. 1776 to 2026. Wow. Philadelphia, Aronimink. What a great tournament this PGA Championship is going to be. But back to betting. You like to bet? You're the kind of guy that's going to bet on about anything. If that fly is going to land on your burger out at the family picnic, or maybe you got to watch it. We're going to give you some insight so that your betting weighs the odds in your favor. The best bet ever made in golf, do you know what it was? It was called Best Ball. My pick. And Lee Trevino was playing. Nobody knew who Lee Trevino was. Certainly not Raymond Floyd. They bring Raymond Floyd from Florida out to El Paso, Texas at the Horizon Hills Golf Course to play this little short super mix who had not really played on the tour or anything, but man, could he play golf. So he beats Raymond Floyd 3 days in a row. Those high stakes guys in Texas are taking the money from those guys who are backing Raymond Floyd. Trevino then gives Floyd an opportunity to get his money back. He bets Raymond Floyd. He said, I'll let you hit 2 balls. 2 balls on every hole. And I bet you can't break 80. Raymond Floyd, wow, can't break 80. He says, Raymond Floyd says, what's the catch? He says, well, I get to pick. You hit 2 balls and I get to pick which one you play. Floyd says, I can still do that. I can break 80. Well, you know what it is? It isn't really pick a shot. It's a disaster. It is called worst shot. You got to play your worst shot. You hit 2 drives. Well, maybe one's in play, one's not. But here's the kicker. You may hit 2 perfect drives. He picks one of them. You hit it up. One's on the green. One's not. Obviously, Trevino picked the one that's not on the green. You chip it up and you make a 6-footer. Great. Now you got to do it again. And you miss the second one because that's the one he picks. And you may even miss the tap in. Raymond Floyd was cooked. So you got to be careful with your betting. We are really here to help you. And to understand, if you're going to make some picks for this PGA Championship, listen to this. There are only 3 groups, really, to be concerned about. First group, it's all by himself. One guy. In the A group, that's Scottie Scheffler. Scottie Scheffler's finished second in his last 3 outings. So it's sort of Scottie Scheffler against just about everybody else. That's Group A. Group B, players from the Northeast. This is the first time that they've been north this year. We got some guys from the Northeast that will have a lot of fans there, and they'll be close to home. One is Cameron Young, who's playing as well as anybody on tour these days, right? So Cameron Young is really a good pick. He's got power. He can putt these days. Early in the year, the hottest player on tour was Chris Gotterup, also Northeast. He could get hot and really play. The third one, well, is going to be Keegan Bradley. Keegan Bradley always shows up at the big events and plays very, very well. So those 3, that's Group B. A is Scottie Scheffler. B is Cameron Young, Chris Gotterup, and Keegan Bradley. What's Group C? Well, it's the foreign players. Hey, hasn't been a foreign player in more than a decade win it at the PGA Championship. This could change it. This is a great group. Of course, they're led by Rory. I just don't know about Rory if he's ready. He did not play well this past week at a place that he's always played great at Quail Hollow, but he's always a good bet. But we're going to give you some insight into some people to pick. How about the Twin Towers of Norway? Yeah, Christopher Wright. He wins last week at the Truist Championship. The guy can hit it long. He can putt. He's just come on a trajectory like this. He has shot up on the PGA Tour leaderboard in the tournaments, and he is just doing nothing but improving every week, culminated in this final win. And of course, the other guy from Norway always is a challenge, always is a possibility of winning. That's Viktor Hovland. Did you ever think that two guys from Norway would be among the favorites for a major championship? And how about from Sweden, Ludvig Åberg? Well, you got two from Norway, one from Sweden. What's going to happen next? Is somebody from Harlingen, Texas going to win the ice skating championship? Ice skaters from Texas? PGA world dominant players from Norway and Sweden? Boggles the mind, doesn't it? Of course, there's some others. Sepp Straka. Pay attention to him. Sepp Straka is, he's not long like we talked about. Not short, but he's not among the longer hitters. But just look at his putting statistics. Of course, you're going to want to bet with Tommy Fleetwood. My advice, don't. He hasn't been playing that well this year. Great year last year. Culminated with the FedEx Championship, but I just don't feel good about him. Next, we're going to give you two more picks. Now, there are picks like the ones that we've given you who will be among the favorites, but they're wise picks. But if you want to make good money, what do? You get a long shot. We're going to give you two long shots that just might come through for you. It's called Bob's Best. Years and years and years ago, when I was doing sports at CNN, like I've said before, you probably don't remember that CNN did sports. Yes, we started doing half-hour sports nightly at 7-Eleven and 1 in the morning. This is long before ESPN ever had Sports Center. In fact, most of the things that Sports Center has done came from what Nick Charles and I were doing at CNN Sports. But there was a show I had. It was called Bob's Best. It was on noon on the East Coast, and I picked NFL games. What was my record? Get this. I picked 3 a week. I picked 18 of my first 21 against the spread. 18 out of 21. USA Today calls up. They did a long interview, and they said, I remember the lead. It was, hey, the best sports guy in country is not Nick the Greek. It's Bob Kurtz of CNN, because, man, he never misses. Well, I did, because they asked me to pick 5 games that week, and now I stop using my feelings, my what is that second sense that you have? Well, I know they're going to win this game. That's the way I felt. That's why I picked them out. I'd look at who was the matchup, and I go, well, they're not playing well, but they're playing well. Or they lost on Monday night and got humiliated. They're going to come back. They're at least going to cover the spread. I did it all by intuition. But when USA Today interviewed me, I'm being like everybody else. I'm overthinking. I did terrible. I think I missed 4 out of 5. But as soon as that was done, I went back. And so when I do it with none of my money involved, or none of my pride, or none of my ego involved, you bet I do really, really well. So here's an intuition that I'm going to share with you. Don't share it with anybody else. This is just for you. It's a sentimental pick, but it's a smart pick. Sentimental, smart. Rickie Fowler. Yep. Rickie played great last week, didn't he? Rickie has been playing great for most of this year, especially the last 6 or 8 weeks. Wow, is he playing? There would not be a more popular winner than Rickie Fowler. I mean, you show up at any PGA Tour event and you'll have kids dressed all in orange like Rickie does or used to do most of the time. And they just love Rickie Fowler, and he's so good with the media. He is great with the fans, and he is exceptional with the small kids. I'd love to see Rickie Fowler, and he's playing well enough to win. That's the sentimental smart. Let's pick the smart. You won't hear this from anybody else. You're going to get good odds. Robert MacIntyre from Odense, Scotland. Why do I say that? Well, one thing is he's just a really good player. But this guy has got more drive than just about anybody. He is tough. You cannot get him to back down. Why is he so tough? Because he plays a sport called Shinty. Never heard of it, have you? Well, if you took soccer and lacrosse and hockey, kind of blended them all together and then just played smash mouth, well, that would be Shinty in Scotland. They have a small stick, kind of shaped like a hockey stick, but they use it for everything. They hit a ball from one to another with that stick and try to get into a goal. But these guys go head on. They crash into each other just like hockey players hitting you into the boards. But even that stick is used to swat the ball away from you. Guys get gashes in their forehead. They lose their teeth. And the way they hit each other, this is what a PGA Tour pro has grown up playing and still plays it. He loves to get out with his buds and play Shinty. What a sport. Robert MacIntyre says he only has one goal left in life, and then he'll be satisfied. He will be fulfilled as an athlete, as a person. He wants to win one major. He doesn't win the Grand Slam. He doesn't win 18 majors like Nicklaus. No, he wants to win one major. Would you stand in the way of this guy coming at you full force to win it? My pick for the long shot, Robert MacIntyre from Scotland. My sentimental pick, Rickie Fowler. My Bob's best pick, Rory McIlroy. 2 legs of the Grand Slam. So that's it. That's Bob's best picks. Hope it helps. If you win a lot of money, just send me a portion for my charity, Ministries to Children, a charity for abused children. That all the monies that we make through all the golf exhibitions and clinics that I do are for the kids. And so if you win a huge fortune, just remember you can contact me by going to my YouTube channel and making a great donation. If not, enjoy the PGA. It's going to be great. And as I always say, may your life, your golf, everything for you be absolutely amazing.